Welcome to this edition of the BEC podcast. My name is Rasmus Begge and I'm happy to welcome Mads Conrad-Petersen from Denmark, men's doubles player. Mads, welcome.
Thank you.
Mads, let's just get straight to it. You're one of the top pairs in men's double with Mads Kolding. How do you see the current situation for you guys?
Well, actually, seeing like the last year, it's been quite good. Many good results, not the like top results, but a lot of good results like quarterfinals, semifinals. But we're still, of course, chasing this kind of breakthrough. One of the big tournaments wins, but hopefully we'll get it. And just lastly here, we had a tough Asia trip with 3 first-round defeats. So right now, maybe the motivation and like the confidence has had a little bounce back. But of course, that's just how it is in this sport.
Mads, looking at the big Asia autumn where you have 3 or 4, maybe even 4 tournaments for some players, we saw Kim Astrup performing very well, winning at one of the biggest tournaments on the calendar. How does that feel to see the countrymen winning that title that you still chase?
Well, first of all, we were like extremely happy on their behalf because, well, I've known Anders for almost all my career. Kim I've known from when he started on the national center also, and we practice together every day, and we're also good friends outside court. So first of all, we're just happy and also a little bit blown away by the sudden where did that come from? And that was amazing. And on the other hand, of course, you're also a little bit jealous because you want it to be you. But I think with these 2 guys, we were just like mostly happy and just satisfied. And of course, it's also a boost for us that they're practicing with us every day. And we know at practice that they can't just beat us every time and stuff like that. So we have the level, but of course we were also looking at their like mental skill and like their confidence and said, okay, maybe we need to learn a few things because that was very good in China.
Mads, looking at the European men's double situation right now, how do you see the level of the European pairs compared to the Asians?
Compared to the Asians, yeah, the Asians are, of course, very, very good. They've been that like for all of my living. But I think like the European level is still there. We have, from Denmark, we have 3 pairs among the 10 best. Now we're also seeing some Dutch pairs playing well. German pairs who can do well sometimes, but it's tough competition. Like I also said, it's a lot of confidence. If you don't have the confidence 100%, you lose a lot of tight matches and you start losing a little bit of confidence, and suddenly it's a long way. And it's brutal. It's against the best pairs in the world, the best talent in the world. And it can be tough, and we've also learned that like on our own bodies, losing 3 first rounds here. So tough competition, but I think we still have a high level in Europe, but it can be higher.
If we look through the calendar of the year, we see mainly Asian pairs winning the men's double titles. That's fair to say. What are the Asians doing better in general for men's doubles compared to the Europeans?
I don't know what they're doing better. Of course, they are incredibly talented. We also that, but it's a tough competition. In China, there's more than 1 billion people. In Indonesia, it's a national sport, 300 million people, and we're in Denmark. It's the 4th biggest sport, and we're 5 million people. So it's not easy just to beat them every time. But of course, it's like I also said, when you have 2 or 3 good pairs, it's sometimes easier to get number 4 and 5 and 6 because then you have someone to look up to, and that can be difficult in some of the other European countries. If like for instance the best men's doubles is number 50. And you start maybe having that as a goal. We have to be as good as them, but number 50 is not, like in a big perspective, it's not good enough. So it's just difficult to produce like these world class players. But I think in Denmark we're doing a quite good job, but it is tough competition.
Mads, looking at the calendar again and looking a big for the future Olympic Tokyo 2020, we normally see players retiring after the Olympics. That's a big end goal for a lot of players. You're 30 now. You could continue for 8 years if you wanted. You could continue for 4. You could call it a day tomorrow. What thoughts do you have regarding retirement? When do you call it a day?
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure when. But of course, turning 30 is also, you start wondering, okay, you can't do this for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. The federation, of course, everything is about the Olympics 2020. Mm-hmm. And I think for me in Kolding also, everything is about this Olympic 2020. I think after that, something will happen. If we win a medal, okay, you can continue. If we don't qualify, okay, maybe something will happen, new partners, stuff like that. Mm. So I think right now I'm looking at 2020, and after that, of course, I will also take a look at how my motivation is. Mm. Do I want to continue? Do I think it's fun? Because you have to think it's fun. You practice 8 or 9 times a week. You travel 120 days away from your family every year, so you have to be able and also love to do that kind of commitment if you want to continue. And I think I'll wait until 2020 to give you a straight answer to the question.
You have a girl around 2 years old, 2.5 years old. Of course, that's also an attachment to have. Is it as fun as it were before becoming a dad, or is there something more important than badminton for you? Of course, family is important, and everybody will say that family is more important than work at sport or whatever it can be. But is it as fun as it were before?
Well, of course, for me, it's also, you have to win some matches. When you win some matches, you gain confidence, and you also think it's fun. Mm-hmm. It is difficult to travel around the world losing first round all the time and just have a big smile and think it's the funniest thing in the world. But for me, the practice is the most important thing. If I think it's fun to go to practice, to develop new things, to be even better, as long as I can see I'm becoming better, it's okay to lose matches. Mm-hmm. Those periods for me, that's the toughest. That's when at practice maybe I make more mistakes than normal. My body feels slower, or I feel more tired, because those periods are there during a year. That's tough, and that's something that I work with. But it is tough to be away from your family, and you need to take a lot of discussions also how to cope with this new life, being away for sometimes 3 weeks in a row, coming back, suddenly your child, she can walk, or something. You have to be, you have to accept that you can't be there all the time, and that demands a very strong woman back home. And I'm lucky and happy to have that, because without her, that it wouldn't be possible at all. So for me, of course, family is far more important than this, and I'm just happy with everything that I've achieved already. But of course, I want to achieve more, and as long as I have this motivation, I will also continue.
Mads, honestly, deep down, do you regret traveling 3 weeks to the Eastern Asia to lose 3 first games, when you can see that, okay, it could also be in 3 weeks than I was with my wife, girlfriend, and family?
I don't regret that, because when you travel away, you don't know how it will go. After losing 3 weeks in a row, maybe I would say, okay, I could have practiced these 3 weeks instead and becoming better. It's difficult to practice as much as you want when you're in Asia. It's 35 degrees and the humidity is much higher than normal. But you can't think of it like that, because it's also like these tough periods. That's also what kind of develops you. And when in a couple of months we will win a big thing, or we'll play some of our best badminton, then that's also the periods that you look back at that, okay, this didn't come easy, you have to work for it. And that makes these victories and the special matches, that makes them even more valuable for me.
Looking at chasing that Olympic dream, you were not that far from the dream in 2016. 2020, you have 3 Danish pairs in top 10. One pair might be the only one going. What are your thoughts around that? That it might miss out for you guys?
It is like extremely tough. The criteria is to go to Olympics to get 2 pairs in the top 8 in the world. It is tough. Also, as we know that many of the Asian players they will play even more in an Olympic year, travel even more. Me and Kolding, I don't think we will be able to play 20 tournaments suddenly because we also have a responsibility back home. But we want to do everything that we can, as we did last time where we missed out. We were number 9 on the ranking.
You were very close.
Very close to Carsten and Matthias, and there was this big selection thing. It was tough. Also, that took a lot of months to, almost years to cope with. 2012, me and Jonas, we played together. We were number 12 or 13 or something.
Not that far, to be honest, either, right?
Not that far, and still you have maybe 6 or 7 or 8 pairs that you normally beat who's competing at the Olympics. So I think after these experiences, I don't consider Olympics to be my big goal, because I know you can get very, very disappointed. And if this is the only big goal for you, then it's tough. And I try to look at it in a positive way, that we have these pairs. We can compete every day, and when you're down, you can also get up when you're playing against these good pairs. So we work together, and let's see who will be but hopefully we'll get 2 pairs.
Yeah, 2 in top 8. That's the rule.
That's the goal for everyone.
Yeah,
and hopefully, of course, we hope to be one of the pairs.
But Mads, if the Olympics are not the big goal, big end goal for you, what's the big end goal then?
I don't have a big end goal, to be honest. Just like these big matches. For example, All England semi-final against Kevin and Marcus, Indonesia Open against Kevin and Marcus, in the incredible arenas with lots of noise, great play from both sides. That's really what I practice for, to get these experiences. Even though we've actually lost like 3 or 4 times in a row to them, these experiences, they give me so much, and that's what I work for. Of course, I work also for reaching these big finals, getting the wins. But like, it's easy for me to say that it's not that important, but it really isn't, because I've already gained so much from my career as a person, as a sportsman, and I'll never regret anything. But of course, maybe I have a couple of years left, and I want to have reach the best results as possible. But I don't have a big end goal. That would put too much pressure on myself, I think, because it's not easy, and there's a big 1-year qualification period for the Olympics, for example. And if we won 2021 in All England, maybe that could be the end goal. I don't know, but I think at one point I will maybe say, okay, this is my last year, and then travel 1 year, saying goodbye to all the different places that I've played incredible matches, and that's it. Maybe that's next year, and maybe that's in 5 years. I don't know right now.
You said to me that we should sit down in 2 years, and then you give me a straight answer. If we sit in September 2020, and you haven't reached the Olympics, and you might not have that big title, would you still be proud of the career that you have had?
For sure, I will. It's not easy, I think, well, I come from a small club in Jutland, far away from everything almost.
Yeah, to be fair.
But I've been having the best childhood there. But it's not like I've had a racket in my hands since I was 3 years old. I've played football and handball and golf and tennis and everything. And I was actually maybe 15 before I quitted playing football also. And at that point I didn't think that I would be, well, we were up at number 4 in the world ranking some months ago. So I think I can be proud of that. And there's also some YouTube matches I can be proud of. So
And you're actually also on the list on European Junior Champions, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
Even in men's singles.
Singles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not all bad.
No, exactly.
No.
So we won also the Thomas Cup. Incredible to be a part of that. So there's many things to be proud of. But of course we're aiming even higher. We want to win. But it's difficult. And I will be very proud of my career. But it's not like I lay awake every day thinking of how everyone else will judge my career. I'm happy, and the people close to me are proud of me, and that's what means a lot to me.
Mads, let that be the final note for this interview. Thank you very much for stopping by, and good luck also for chasing that Olympic dream. Let's hope we have the two Danish pairs in top 8, so we can have some Europeans for the Tokyo Olympics. Thank you very much for stopping by at the BEC podcast. Remember to follow us on our social media platforms, and stay tuned. We will soon be back with more podcasts from Badminton Europe.